Hello there, Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 8 books, host of 2 PBS specials, here again to bring you another tip on how to help you create the life you want. Specifically, how to use my life from the top of the mind philosophy to bring more clarity, confidence, creativity into everything you do. Today I want to talk about a criteria for who do we trust? How do we know what kind of person, organization we should trust, kind of connect with going forward? It's a quote that I like that I found from Warren Buffett. By the way, each week I send out one of my favorite quotes along with 2 or 3 paragraphs about how to apply that quote to life. If you would like to receive one of those, all you got to do is go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com. Hit the subscribe button, put your name and email address, and each week I'll send you one of these quotes along with this short video. So this one is from Warren Buffett. He says, "You can't make a good deal with the bad person." Now, the fact that it's from Warren Buffett, I think is pretty cool. He's made a lot of deals in his life, and if you look at the amount of wealth he's amassed, probably most of them have been good, and he's been able to choose who he makes deals with. So this idea that you can't make a good deal with a bad person, I think is something we want to pay attention to. Because I think we're often confused about whether or not to trust someone. If we find ourselves kind of falling in love with someone, do we kind of follow that and create a relationship with them? If we're being offered this wonderful package by this organization, and it just seems too good to be true, is this something we really want to follow? I think what we have to ask ourselves is, does this particular person that I'm finding myself falling for, this particular organization that's offering me this great deal, do they really match my values? Are they a good person? Are they a good organization? Because if they're not, I think that's where we go wrong. We tie ourselves to either someone who doesn't match our values or some organization that uses manipulation or anger or win at all costs to become successful. That's when things start to go wrong because we're trying to make a good deal with a bad person. Now, I always encourage people to become clear about, okay, well then, what is a good person? So that we know who we are when we are being a good person. We know the qualities and characteristics that we value. Clarity, confidence, creativity, compassion, integrity, being a good listener, being kind. Whatever those qualities are, you want to make a list of those because those can become your criteria for who do you connect with, who do you trust. When you find yourself attracted to someone that does share your values, you can feel good about that and move in that direction because you're trying to make a good deal with a good person. By the same token, when you're connected with an organization that seems to really have core values of their own and use these core values in their everyday life, how they treat people, how they do their deals, how they treat their customers, that will be good information as well because you're trying to make a good deal with a good person or a good organization. However, if we find ourselves connected with someone, loving someone, falling in love with someone who we just would not recommend to someone we love as a relationship partner, or some organization that, may be offering us the moon, but the organization itself does not share our values, that is when we get in trouble because we're trying to make a good deal with a bad person. And by the way, for those of you who follow my life from the top of the mind philosophy, you know when people are being bad organizations or bad people, they're really coming from this lower part of the brain. They're in that do unto others before they do unto me perspective, and they may be smiling at you at the moment, but sooner or later you're going to become the person they turn on and they bring that negative energy to. So what we want to do is not connect with people who are stuck in their brainstem. We certainly don't want to be stuck in ours. We want to make sure we're coming from this clear, confident, creative part of the brain, I call it the top of the mind, where we have access to the qualities and characteristics we have decided are valuable, the ones we would recommend to those we love. When we can know what those are, that's what the clarity is all about. And then use that as a criteria for the decisions we make. You know, they say that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I think that's really important for us to make sure that we're spending time with people who reflect our values and who share our values. Because in that way, even if we make a mistake, someone does something to us that, that's not good, okay, well, we can talk about that. We can learn from that. If some organization makes a mistake and, does something to a customer or to us in a way that is wrong or dysfunctional, we can address that if the organization, if the person shares our values. When we make good deals with good people, that's when we can move forward in a way that allows us to make agreements that serve us, agreements we would recommend to those we love. Hope you're finding these videos valuable. I'm loving bringing them to you. If so, please hit the like button. You know how YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, love it when you like it. Share it with your friends if you feel it's valuable. And hey, if you'd like me to come to your organization and share this life from the top of the mind philosophy about how to know what our values are and use those values to make sure we're coming from the clear, confident, creative part of the brain, all you got to do is go to my website, Ph.D.com, hit the contact button, let me know what you're interested in. Love to talk with you about that. In the meantime, here's to you bringing more clarity, confidence, creativity to everything you do, more clarity about the qualities and characteristics you bring to life and how to use those to make sure you're making good deals with good people, good organizations, more clarity, confidence, and creativity in your choices, in your relationships, in your professional associations, more clarity, confidence, and creativity to everything you do. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.